Daniel grew distant, no longer speaking with tenderness but with commands. What had once been affection became control. He reminded her often that she owed him, that without him she was nothing but a poor village girl. Atim had once been the pride of her Ugandan village, the girl who rose from nothing, who built hope where there had only been dust and despair. Her beauty, dark and radiant like midnight silk, had always been compared to the moon goddess, and her spirit was as calm as the ocean. But when she met Daniel, a white man who came as a volunteer teacher, her life took a turn she never expected. At first, his love felt like the sun after a long drought. He spoke softly, admired her strength, and promised her a future brighter than the stars. For the first time, Atim allowed her guarded heart to open. She believed his words, believed that love could bridge the vast differences in their worlds. Daniel took her away from her village, away from the red earth that had shaped her. He brought her to his country, where the air was cold and the people's eyes burned with questions she could never answer. In his world, she was no longer the moon goddess of her people. She was an outsider, a curiosity, sometimes even a burden. Slowly, the sweetness of love began to sour. Daniel grew distant, no longer speaking with tenderness but with commands. What had once been affection became control. He reminded her often that she owed him, that without him she was nothing but a poor village girl. Atim, who had once walked with her head high, now bent under the weight of his words. The home she shared with him became a prison. She cooked, cleaned, and obeyed, not out of love, but out of fear of losing the only life she had left. She was isolated, far from her village, far from the children whose laughter once gave her joy. The ocean that once symbolized her gentle spirit now felt like a storm swallowing her whole. And so, Atim became a slave, not to chains of iron, but to chains of love turned cruel. Her dreams, once vast and unshakable, were crushed beneath the shadow of a man who once claimed to adore her.